will be my 22nd summer. If you can, and if you're feeling unappreciated, go do trail work for a while. You have never been thanked so often for the work you do. This coming trip is a joint venture between the Backcountry Horsemen of Washington and WTA.
Lost Trails Found is our work to try to recover the many, many miles of trails that exist in Washington state and are receding back into nature. The Pasayten Wilderness is a huge area that includes over 600 miles of trail. On the Billy Goat Trail and the Larch Creek Trail, we're over 5 years out from these forest fires, but we still see the effects of the burns. That 5-year point is where we see the most damage. Wildfires totally change the geology of a landscape. They also really change the experience of a landscape. Access to horses and other stock animals allows us to get so much further into the backcountry than we could get as just hikers. They literally take the weight off of our backs. That allowed a group of fairly new hikers to make it all the way to their campsite in one day. I see this trip as part of a long legacy of hikers and horses working together to build trails in remote parts of Washington. It's nothing new. These skills are very similar to the skills people used hundreds of years ago. These trails were largely built by horses and mules. It's really special to continue to pass those skills on and to see them firsthand from really experienced people who know what they're doing.
12 women signed up, 5 coming from the equestrian world, and then 7 from WTA.
This is critical that we have, that the trails are open for people, and it's just, in my 34 years of doing this, I've seen how less and less trails are open, so we have to do right. The Forest Service can't take care of all of that, so all the other things need to collaborate together so that we can do that, so people can get out here and enjoy this, because this is where it's at. The trail's good for the stock, and it gives me access. My knees are shot, I'm 67 years old, and I can still be out here, and I can still help with stuff like this, and I can enjoy this space. So the stock are critical to my existence to be able to get this far into the backcountry. We need them at the end because they're going to be the guys that are helping to pack this stuff out. So we have to take good care of our stock.
Here since 45 years, so I've climbed all those peaks and been on those trails, and the trails used to be in fabulous shape in the 90s and the turn of the century, and you could look at a map and go down any trail you wanted. You can't do that anymore. The local ranger district has a trail budget of 0. And the only way they get trail work done is through grants and volunteers. So, and it's a great time spent with friends. And I'm 71 right now. So it's like, as long as my body will let me.
I was just so thankful to hear the stories of all of these women who had come before me, and it reminded me that the world has changed a lot in our lifetimes. I do not underestimate the power of representation in my life and the opportunities that it's opened for me being women in the outdoors when I was a kid. All women's trips provide space for women to try new things without the pressure of having to prove that they should be there. It means a lot to invite someone into the space and share your knowledge with them. And for so long, we just haven't had those invitations. A huge part of what Trails for Everyone means for me is it's not just providing a space that is technically open to everyone, but inviting everyone into that space and continuing that invitation.
The work is very physical, but it's very rewarding, and it just makes you feel good. You're lucky to be my age and to be able to do this and be healthy. I've been very blessed with health.